Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to get a killer 7-string guitar tone out of your Boss Katana Mkii. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm using my Schecter 7-string guitar. This comes with Duncan Design active pickups, so this will affect the tone. Obviously I have a little bit more gain. There's a battery compartment here. It's a black satin finish, and I have to tell you that doesn't worn out as much as my Charvel that it's as well satin. I don't know how to pronounce correctly. And it's a very good guitar for the price. I highly recommend it. Okay, I used to play Ibanez 7 strings, but I really like this guitar. Regarding, also very important, the string gauge. I used to have before, it came shipped with a heavy string gauge, especially here down on the first strings. And now I just replaces the strings for new strings, lower the action. But these ones actually, I think this is a 09 probably, so it's very easy to play. Like it plays like my other guitars, and it's really comfortable for me because you know, it's a longer neck, although it's very thin profile, and it's very comfortable to play. It's also different, of course, from a regular 6-string guitar. So for me, for my bendings, I prefer to use this kind of strings because I can play pretty much anything with the guitar and use the 7-string. Of course, I can put every other string here, but I think it sounds amazing. Okay, right now, let's take a look here at the screen, and I'm on the clean channel, and I have this tone. On the bridge pickup, very well defined tone. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to show you here the chain that I'm using, this chain, because I want the booster in front. Modulation, perhaps a compressor, and effects, probably some EQ. Apart from the EQ that I'm using, that I'm going to show you right now. And the EQ that I'm using here is the way it is for now. I'm high cutting here at 5 kilohertz, okay? So I get that kind of, get rid of that fizziness on the top end. And also, the booster is going to be very important here because you want to tighten up your sound really tighten, because you're going to have lots of bottom end, lots of bass, right? And you want to tighten that bass. The Katana has lots of bass, and also for tracking is very important, okay? And when you're muting the strings, you want that fast transient attack tone. So that's very important, a conjunction here of specific settings. And I'm going to use the brown channel. Okay, I'm going to increase the volume here. And everything is at noon, as you guys can see. Regarding the EQ and the presence now, the cab resonance is at vintage. It's already good enough as it is, but I want to go a little bit deeper because I want this sound to be ready to record, okay? And I'm gonna do some experiments here in Logic and give you some tips. Also, I'm gonna engage the variation mode. Right now, it's gonna give me a little bit more of an open sound, more treble probably, without, more muffled sound like this. Opens up a lot of the possibilities. Regarding the gain, I'm gonna leave it as it is right now, and I'm gonna start dialing here as I play some EQ moves on the equalizer from the Katana. It's somehow similar tone to Fear Factory that I want to try to achieve, not exactly a gen tone, okay? And also sort of machine head, of course. So I've dialed here some bass, I've taken some mids, treble is where it is right now, and I'm happy with the tone as there is right now. On the neck pickup, very boomy, okay? I've got these weird harmonics, probably because the noise suppressor is not engaged yet, and this also will help to prevent those harmonics from pop out, especially here on these strings, okay? Alright, so let's move on into the booster, and I'm gonna use a tube screamer. I think it's my best option here. I've tried with other boosters, but the Toushscreen really tightens up the tone, and it's a drive pedal, not a distortion pedal. Just engage it. As you can see, the distortion reacts differently, and you have less or a little bit more distortion with the booster. Let's check out without. But you lose a little bit of the body when you engage it. Which is actually good in this case because you want to tighten up the tone. So let's increase here the effect level a little bit to 50. But it's not yet quite very defined. Let me disengage the booster. And you get much more lows, okay? So you want to have both, the low end and the tightness of the Tube Screamer. So, Tube Screamer is on. I'm going to the noise reduction, and I'm going to increase a lot this. The release will be as it is, probably around 70, and see how it sounds like this. Okay, this is really working right now. Okay, let me take the volume, and now back to my booster, and I'm going to increase a little bit the gain on the amp, just a little bit, and I'm going to increase also the bass a little bit and see how it sounds. Okay, we have back again that body that we lost with the booster to tighten up the tone. And I'm going to increase the presence around 70 and see how it sounds right now. Very cool. I've got here already dial a Fear Factory kind of tone, but I want to start it from scratch, okay? So I'm going to leave it as it is right now, and I'm going to effects. On effects, I want to engage probably an EQ, a parametric EQ, not parametric EQ, what it is, a graphic EQ. So let's put everything on 0, as it should be already, and start to sculpt our tone a little bit, because there are here some frequencies that are important to boost and to cut. I wish there was a better way to put this at 0 at unity faster, but I believe there's not. You can always double click, but anyway, what's going on? Okay, and there's a huge boost here on level. Okay, so I'm going to engage it, and we'll do nothing because everything is flat, right? So there's a little bit of boominess here, and I'm going to see, and I think it'll be around 250. I'm going to take a lot, like -10, just to see the difference. Very scooped tone. We are in Mesa Boogie territory right now. Well, some of the amps. Sounds cool, but not as much as this. -2 probably will do. But the major frequency will be here, probably. You want to see? We're going to just play a string and increase it. The difference is very subtle because of the position it is in the chain, okay? But you can definitely hear it, and I'm going to take around 5 decibels here and see how it sounds right now. There's still some boominess right here, but I'm going to increase 125 to 10 decibels, which is a lot, just to check it out. Okay, I think the frequency is here, but you know, guys, this is a graphic EQ, so you cannot pinpoint exactly the Q of this frequency, and the amount that you want to cut, you just cut it, and that's our booster, that's it. So I'm gonna leave this at 0 for now. If I can put this at 0, I know what's going on in my mouth. And I'm going to the EQ right now and dial in here around 200 to 50. Let's put it like 160. You guys heard the boominess? even more evident, probably like this. Because the low mid Q is completely narrow. Let's open that low mid Q, put it wide open, and now let's take some decibels here around -5 just to see what happens. Too much, losing tone. -2 will be a safe bet probably. Okay, let's decrease a little bit here to 31 for now. Now I'm gonna put it as it was, around here, 40 or even more. Increase a little bit the low gain. Okay, now it's taking shape. And now around 600 frequency is always a frequency to take notice, because it can be a little bit harsh. So I'll usually take -1 to -2. Okay, we lost something that we're gonna try to recover here on the regular EQ. Something about the body of the guitar. Okay, I think the treble is a little bit high, although high cut is very big. I'm gonna take this a little bit down and increase the presence knob here. Okay, sounding better, but I think overall I need to increase the distortion just a bit. Now it's sounding much better. Now, one thing that I like to add as well into the modulation is I'm gonna add a compressor, and this is why when I explain it first, because compressors usually take out the dynamics of the guitar, so you don't want to use it necessarily every time. And but in this case, you want to maintain some of the dynamics, but not totally transparent, because in this genre of music, metal tones, and in this case I was talking about Fear Factory, it's not that it's locked to the grid. The sound has to be a little bit straightforward in terms that it has to be more linear than necessarily have lots of dynamics. So I'm making some sense out of this. I'm going to my compressor. If I engage it right now as it is, the distortion will increase definitely, and probably its volume. Let's check it out. Yeah, much distortion. So what I do is I like this orange compressor. Doesn't affect as much the tone. I want to increase the sustain. I'm going to put the attack fast or attack. And this makes you cannot, probably it's very subtle, but when you record in a visualized waveform, you have a more consistent waveform, you know? Like if a compressor is being applied and first in the chain, and that's better for recording this kind of music, because usually you don't need compression in high gain guitars. You don't need it because high gain guitars are already too much compressed. It's just a term, distortion is compression. That's the way it is. But in some kind of applications, when you want to be more tighten up with the drums and kick drum and the bass, you'll benefit from some compression. So this is the orange compressor model, and it sounds really cool without losing anything. as always, if you guys double track this and play the exact same riff, and I'm gonna try to make this in this video, it will open up the tone a lot. I mean, let's try to do that. So let's check out the tone, double track it. Okay guys, I'm gonna share this patch with you on the link below the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I think you're gonna get a really cool tone on a 7-string guitar, on a 6-string guitar with a gauge with the 7-string strings. Okay, I hope I make myself clear. And hope you guys enjoy. Once again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay safe, stay home, and that's it. See you guys on the next one. Cheers.